Hey Crossroads kids, how are you today? Happy last weekend in August. We're in the last couple of days of August. It's been a long but fun, exciting month. And I know a lot of you are getting ready for some big changes coming up with school starting in the next couple of weeks. And we just want to say, good luck. You can do it. You're amazing. So all month of August, we have been talking about indescribable. Your Creator has no limits of creativity, which is imagining what you could do because you are made in God's image. It is amazing to think about how me and you are so different, but we were all made by the same Creator, God. He made us to be different. He made me to have green eyes and dark blonde hair and pale skin, and He made some of you to have dark hair or blonde hair or blue eyes or brown eyes or dark skin, and we're all unique and we're all special in our own way. Even the things that we like to do. We've been talking about creativity. I love doing things like baking, making puzzles. I like to sew. I like to do crafts. There are different things that I like to do to be creative than you like to do. Some of you like to make Legos. Some of you, your way to be creative is to figure out a new trick riding your bike. Some of you, your way to be creative is to maybe paint a picture. We are all unique, and we have no limit to our creativity that God has given us the ability to do. Friends, we are learning about a story of being salt and light in the earth. Now, I am sure that many of you have heard the phrase being salty or they're salty before. Now, it's not necessarily what I am talking about today. That phrase kind of means they have a bad attitude or they're being a little bit frustrated about a situation that happened. But when I say be salty to you guys, I want you guys to think of it like this. When I'm talking about the salt of the earth, I mean you spreading God's light and spreading God's love and adding Jesus into situations to make them better. When we add salt to food, it tastes better. And that's what our story is going to talk about today. Being salty, but in a way where we spread positivity and we spread God's love. So we are going to jump into our time of worship, and then we are going to get into our Bible story, and you are going to see all about light and all about salt. So stay salty. I'll see you soon.
Spinning. You made the ocean and everything in it, and you made the sky so blue, and you made every other color too. You made the sun, you keep it shining. You put the moon up in the midnight sky, and everything around me created by you only. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. You made my feet, you made my hands, you make me sing and you make me dance, 'cause your love is all around me, and your love is so astounding. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. Here we go, break it down now. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good, wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good, you're wonderful and good. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good, wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good, you're wonderful and good. I just wanna thank you, 'cause everything you made is so This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I'll live it loud, I'll shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I'll live it loud, I'll shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, oh yeah. Woo! You ready? Come on, let's go. Hands in the air, I know you're there, anywhere, oh. I fix my eyes on you. Hands in the air, I know you're there, anywhere, I fix my eyes on you. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only, you are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you.
Man, what I wouldn't give for a peanut. What's up, everybody? It's me, Jacob, and today we're getting creative with light. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you were made in God's image. And God could tell you a thing or two about light. It was the first thing He created, after all. Let there be light. Oh, no, too bright. Did you know that light can travel at 186,000 miles per second? If you were in a spaceship, it would take you 3 days to get to the moon. Light can travel to the moon in about a second. Fly me to the moon, let me put it in the stars, and never... You can use light in all kinds of creative ways. Not only can you make shadow puppets, you need light to take pictures and make videos. This won't do it all. This is terrible lighting. Lights! No, down with the lights. No, too bright. Thank you. You can use lights to make a concert more exciting. You can even use light to communicate. SOS. Need help. I'm out of chocolate. Sad emoji. I don't actually know Morse code. In today's story, we're going to learn about another use for light. In fact, we're going to learn how you and me can be the light. I can make a bee. I can make a bee. You gotta get the wings. Oh, okay. Bee. I'm a bee. Bzz, 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 bzz. See you in a few.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 13 through 16.
Keisha Jones tied the strings of a large white apron carefully behind her back. She glanced at awe at the gleaming silver countertops and appliances in the kitchen of a cupcakery where her brother Robert worked.
This is amazing.
Yeah, pretty great Myers letting us use the mixer and stove.
Pretty great, you're helping me.
Keisha offered to bake cookies to raise funds for the new marching band uniforms. Even better, she convinced Robert to help her. He clipped the smudge recipe page over the counter.
Brown butter and toffee chocolate chip cookies? Sounds weird.
Trust me, they are the bomb. Robert worked evenings in a bakery for 3 years, so Keisha had to admit, he probably did know. She looked over the recipe.
2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt?
Actually, we're quadrupling the recipe, so that's 4 teaspoons of salt. Robert tossed Keisha a set of measuring spoons.
Cookies are supposed to be sweet. Won't the salt ruin them?
Nope, salt actually brings out the flavors.
What does that even mean?
You want to test it out? Fine. I'll make a batch with salt. You make one without.
You're on.
The siblings worked quickly as Robert showed Keisha how to mix dry ingredients and wet ingredients separately.
What do we do now?
Add the dry ingredients into the wet mix on low speed. Slowly, or you will make a flour storm all over this kitchen.
I knew that.
As Keisha worked, though, she began to hear another sound over the mixer.
Wow, rain's really coming down.
Yeah, and this is such an old building that every time it storms, the power goes out.
I can't see a thing.
Robert fumbled with his phone until the flashlight came on. It always comes back on pretty fast. We can wait it out. Robert settled down on the floor, back against the cabinets. Keisha sighed and sat down too. She checked her phone.
My battery's dying. Entertain me.
What? You can't live without your phone?
I don't know. Tell me a story.
I was just thinking of one. About salt.
Really?
One that Jesus told.
Ooh, that one. Sermon on the Mount.
Well, it fits. You know, the cookies.
Fine. Read it to me, preacher man.
It's in Matthew.
I know that.
Robert settled in with his Bible app. Jesus saw the crowds, so he went up on a mountainside and sat down. Then he began to teach. And pretty quick he gets into this part. You are the salt of the earth.
That's it?
Well, no. I mean, then Jesus talks about throwing out the salt if it loses its saltiness.
How do you even know if you're salty?
I think it's like the cookies. Salt makes things taste better. And people who follow Jesus can make life taste better.
Like chocolate chip cookies.
Robert punched her lightly in the shoulder. You know what I mean. When we share God's story, we bring hope to others. We help to fill their lives with kindness and joy and peace. All that good stuff.
Okay, I get it. Salt, good. There's something about light too, right?
Yep. Jesus says, you are the light of the world. People do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven. Keisha shifted, trying to get comfortable on the hard floor.
So when we follow Jesus,
By showing God's love to others.
when we do that, others can see God better and what to do.
Like a bright light. Yikes! Robert leapt up to try to stop the mixer as the power came on. Keisha stood and stretched, blinking.
Like a bright light. You planned that, huh?
Of course.
Well played. Hey, I'm gonna put salt in my batch of cookies after all.
Well played. As Keisha measured the salt, she smiled. The cookies would have came out great, but she had some thinking to do about ways she can become salt and light herself.
Jesus said that I am a light. He said that you are a light, and we should let our light shine so others can see it. And when we shine our lights, it will help point people to God. So, how do we shine our lights? Well, we can give someone a helping hand. Oh, goodness. Oh! We can cheer someone on. You can listen when someone else needs to talk. That's my ear. Listening. Only you can shine your light the way you can. So get creative. All you have to do is treat others the way Jesus did. Love people, serve people, and treat people like they matter. Then you'll be giving people a glimpse of God's story. You'll show people how much God loves them and how much they matter to Him. Here's the one thing to remember today. God created you to share His story. Tell people with your words what God has done, or use your actions to point people to Him. No matter what, let your light shine. I know I'll never forget that. I'll see you next time. Oh, it's too bright. It's too bright. Bye. Oh, okay.
Okay, Crossroads kids, I told you that we were learning about salt and light and being salty and being the light in the earth, and I want you guys to do that as you are getting ready to go back to school. Think about ways that you can spread positivity, spread kindness, be creative in the ways that you share God's love to your incoming classmates or your teachers in your everyday. It is time for us to one final time practice our memory verse. I've gotten a bunch of videos the last couple of weeks from my friends practicing our memory verse, and I have a really exciting opportunity where we are going to get pied in the face. And if you are lucky, and if your parents are okay with it, you may even be able to do that in person. I'll tell you guys a little bit about that later or on our Instagram. But right now, we are going to practice the memory verse. Our memory verse is from Psalms 145:3, and it says this: Lord, you are great. You are really worthy of praise. No one can completely understand how great you are. All right, friends, we are just going to do the memory verse one time today because at this point you should know it really well. We're going to have our memory verse game, and then I'll be in for a quick, really exciting, fun announcement. I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, friends, as promised, I'm here for a really exciting announcement. The announcement is that we are going to be having a back to school bash. This is going to be our first kids' church service together since everything happened and we had to stop coming to church. So I am so excited. You guys are going to be able to come with your families if your parents feel comfortable with allowing you to come with them. Sit in not in kids' church, you're going to sit in the sanctuary with your families. We are going to play games. We are going to have a couple of worship songs. You're going to get to see your kids' church friends and see your teachers, and it's going to be an amazing time. All of this is going to happen on September 20th. You can go to the church website and you can register online through the app or on the myccc.church website. So don't miss out on this opportunity. It is going to be super exciting. Tell your parents about it. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all of the updates about this event. We cannot wait to see you there. I am so excited to have a really fun time with you guys. Keep practicing your memory verse. Keep practicing your kids' worship songs. And remember, stay salty. I'll see you guys in the next one.